I is for Allah, nothing but Allah. Ba is the beginning of Bismillah. Ta is for taqwa, bewaring of Allah. And Tha is for thawab, a reward. Ja is for Jannah, the garden of paradise. Ha is for Hajj, the blessed pilgrimage. Kha is for Khatem, the seal of the prophethood given to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Da is for Deen, al-Islam, religion with Allah since time began. That is for dhikr, remembering Allah, and rise for the month of Ramadan.
Embracing Wakfu program for oneself or on behalf of the parent is Sadaqat to Jariyah that we afford the dua Jannah be easily key into Wakfu program by bequeathing part of your estate, landed properties and other assets for the sake of Allah. Proceeds or rental fee from this asset shall be judiciously utilized by the tested and trusted Z&S Wakfu Foundation to bring succor to the needy and provision of social amenities and economic empowerment. You can also make a donation of a minimum of 10,000 naira that Z&S Wakfu Foundation will collect to procure assets that are economically viable. No doubt, Wakfu is highly rewarding. Contact Z&S Wakfu Foundation, Suite 12, Tafabalewa Square, Lagos. Call 080-3538-2911. With Wakfu, your asset will earn you Jannah. Be easily live. Be a partaker.
Began, that is for dhikr, remembering Allah.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Viewers, we say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We sincerely thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We beseech His blessings upon the noblest creature Muhammad. May Allah shower His blessings upon him, his household, and those who rightly follow him to the day of judgment. Inshallah, today we want to look at lessons and summary of our discourse on goodness to orphans and widows. Good treatment of orphans and widows. We want to look at a comprehensive verse that has discussed this in the Holy Quran. Quran 2 verse 177. The Mufassirun call it Madhahirul Birri al-Haqiqi, that this verse is manifestation of the true righteousness, the true act of articles of faith, the true virtuous conduct, the pillar of Islam, and in fact, it also pronounces the sincerely pious ones among the Muslims. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this surah, in this verse says, لَيْسَ الْبِرَّ أَن تُوَلُّوا وُجُوهَكُمْ قِبَلَ الْمَشْرِقِ وَالْمَغْرِبِ وَلَكِنَّ الْبِرَّ مَنْ آمَنَ بِاللَّهِ وَالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَالْمَلَائِكَةِ وَالْكِتَابِ وَالنَّبِيِّينَ وَآتَى المال على حبه ذوي القربى واليتامى والمساكين وابن السبيل والسائلين وفي رقاب وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة والموفون بعهدهم إذا عاهدوا والصابرين في البأساء والضراء وحين البأس أولئك الذين صدقوا وأولئك هم المتقون. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, it is not righteousness that to face the direction of the east and the west while worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But rather, it is not only that, but rather, al-birr, righteousness includes Iman billah, believe in Allah, in the day of judgment, in the role of angels, in the divine revealed books, and in the prophets of Allah, and you give out wealth, money in beloved places, in places Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala love. To who? To the family, those who are kinfolk, those who are close relatives, and to the orphans, and to the poor and needy, and to the wayfarers and the beggars, and to those who are displaced and those in bondage, and then keep up salat and give out zakat, and those who used to fulfill their covenants exactly the way they take the covenants with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the patient ones, especially in the period of warfare and distress and in state of fear. أولئك الذين صدقوا. A great number of these are the sincerely honest ones. أولئك هم المتقون. A great number of these are the sincerely pious ones. Here we mentioned that about 16 windows of act of worship Allah opened for us here. One of it is the window of taking proper care of the orphans and the mothers of orphans, and it is a central figure there, 7 out of 16, almost in the middle. In the middle, if we look at if we find the average, and by counting from 1, 2, 3 from this edge and that edge, we discover that we will see that number 7 and number 8 there will be the central figure, so that we do not forget about them in our act of goodness. Then for all that we have said, arousing our interest to the kind treatment of orphans and widows, and actually tahzirat, warning us against maltreatment of orphans and widows, we want to conclude with some lessons. The lessons from this discourse. One is that kindness to orphans is one of the greatest virtuous conducts in Islam, which make worshippers become closer to Allah in the Day of Judgment. And then we look at the likes of Halimatu as-Sa'diyah, Ayman, and Khadija, first wife of Holy Prophet ﷺ. These ladies, these women in Islamic history, they had done well to Holy Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and eventually became one of the virtuous ones, highly recognized in righteousness, and one of those we expect to be in paradise in the Day of Judgment, as they did good to the orphan of their time, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. People like Halima was blessed a lot. She did not record economic recession because she was poor at the point of taking Holy Prophet sallam up as an orphan and taking proper care of him as his wet nurse. But within the couple of time, Prophet sallam stayed with him and stayed with her. The worth of Halima to Sa'diyah multiplied, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed her so much. Same was that of Khadija bint Khuwaylid, wife of Holy Prophet sallam. He also gained fabulously with the service of Holy Prophet sallam as one of her agents. Then, secondly, the grace of gaining companionship and closeness to Holy Prophet Muhammad in paradise in the Day of Judgment. He recommended that if you are able to record in your life good treatment of 3 orphans from infancy to the age of maturity, age of sanity, age of marriage, you'll be accorded closeness and companionship with Holy Prophet Muhammad in paradise in the Day of Judgment. Thirdly, the act of malhandling orphans is considered disbelief and belying the day of reckoning, the Day of Judgment, as it is captured or as it's captioned in Quran 107 verse 1 to 2, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَرَأَيْتَ الَّذِي يُكَذِّبُ بِالدِّينِ فَذَلِكَ الَّذِي يَدُعُّ الْيَتِيمَ وَلَا يَحُدُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. Don't you see him who belied the day of reckoning? Is he who malhandles the orphan and does not bother to feed the poor. So another lesson is that care for orphans is better being within the family, within the immediate family of his passed away father or close relatives to his father, rather than being entrusted into the care of a far relation. You could see what happened to Holy Prophet Muhammad. He enjoyed the grandfatherly love of his grandfather, or fatherly love of his grandfather. Love like the real love of the real father. Philanthropic individuals. It was mentioning that duration for orphanage, Sinnul Yutmu, is age of minority, age of insanity, according to the hadith reported by Ali bin Abi Talib radiallahu anhu, that Old Prophet says, La yutma bada ihtilamin. Sinnul Yutm, the age of orphanage, is age of being minor, age of being amateur, age before marriage. According to some Mufassirun, according to Abu Dawood in his relation, he says some scholars reported it to be at age 13, maximum of age 13, 14, 15, 17, and lastly 18. So some people say specifically marriage and sanity. So, but more importantly, the sanity and marriage determines the freedom of a particular orphan from orphanhood to maturity and being autonomous, being free to now face squarely his own affairs by himself and being responsible to himself before Allah and before all others. It is righteous saying that I hate that the wealth of orphans mix up with my food and drinks. One of the righteous ones used to say that. So in essence, lastly, we are concluding with that statement that those of us who have one orphan or the other at our immediate care, we should endeavor not to mix up their wealth with ours. Make sure we take proper care of their wealth and property, so that Allah Subhanahu will shower His blessings upon us. I say, ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهب لنا من أمرنا رشدا. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا إماما. وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
That is for dhikr, remembering Allah.
Every time you feel
he wants to make Nigeria economy better. She hates injustice and wants to stand for those who cannot stand for themselves. He believes Nigeria refineries can work. He wants to make that change. It takes true character to make a better public service. She wants to make a public servant. But it is not enough to dream. We need to turn dreams into reality, and Start Well Schools is the place to start.
One of the missions of Start Well School is to provide qualitative education with a pristine Islamic teaching that meets this ever-dynamic world. And to the glory of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we can beat our chest over it that we have produced those who have these qualities.
When somebody finishes in this school, he's an ambassador of Islam. He will have practiced Islam within us. So by the time he gets out, he's used to the way of life. So we just want Muslims that will represent us Islamically in the global world.
Enroll your child today at Start Well Schools, located at 15/19 Karim Street, Agbede Meeting, Asala Bus Stop, Agric, Ikorodu, Lagos. For more information, please call. Start Well Schools. Aspire, acquire, achieve.
Start Well School is the best among equal.
That is for dhikr, remembering Allah.
Our Back to School project is a project designed specifically to assist the less privileged by supporting them with basic educational materials. So bags, notebooks, and writing materials and the likes. So that's the essence of the project. Our concept for the Back to School project, we propose to assist 2,000 indigent pupils in public schools. But we are only able to provide for 1,000 because of the available fund. This project, as we are having it this year, is first of its kind this year at this level. And it is happening in 7 states, Lagos inclusive. So Lagos alone, we are going to be benefiting 400 pupils, while the other states, some have 100, 50 and the likes. So like I said, we are implementing it in Ogun State, benefiting about 150 students. In Oyo State, 120. In Kwara State, 100 students. In Ondo, 50. In Edo, Edo has 60 beneficiaries, while Delta has 25. We also have in Osun State, where we provide for 100 pupils. We restricted to the southwest for this period, hoping to expand to other states of the federation that we have our operations. That's about 27 states in Nigeria. Because we believe we should start now, then we will expand. Our target is to see us assisting at least 10,000 pupils every year with educational materials as a support for their education, because we value education. And our slogan is nobody should be left behind in terms of their education. This school was selected because in Lagos we selected 7 locations, and we felt Yaba being a very strategic location in Lagos State should be selected. Then we pick a school where we believe is close to where indigent students are very plenty, and that's why we selected Ahmadiyya Primary School in Iwaya area of Lagos State. Today, as we are having it here, we are also having it simultaneously in Olokun Primary School in Ilasa, another very suburb area with very indigent set of students. We are also going to have it in Omolara Primary School in Mushin tomorrow, and we had in Ebenezer Primary School in Ikorodu yesterday, and before the end of this week we should have in other schools, and next week in Alimosho, in Surulere, as well as Mushin, like I mentioned earlier. As the indigent schools in Lagos Island, we couldn't touch them, but we felt we should leave the island where we have so many well-to-do who are above average, who can cater for their children effectively. But that is not to say there are no indigents, but we are only constrained due to fund. We intend to do far more than this, but we are constrained.
From Lagos to Ogun State, Oyo to Kwara State, Zakat and Sadaqat Foundation has been able to help thousands of school-age children who are out of school get enrolled through the foundation's Back to School project. The Back to School train of the non-profit charitable organization moved to Osun State, where he distributed another set of educational materials to 100 pupils across the state.
Tẹ́yìn náà bá ti dàgbà, tẹ́yìn náà bá ti di ńlá, àfẹ́kẹ́ tó látàwọn tó tún wà nísàlẹ̀ láti lè máa ṣe kíni, láti lè máa ṣàánú fún wọn.
The benefiting schools include Anthony Udofia Elementary School, Osogbo, Agboran Primary School, Ede, Ansarudeen Primary School, Ile-Ife, Ansarudeen Primary School, Iwo, and 3 other schools.
Àfẹ́kẹ́ máa lọ nílé ẹ̀kọ́ yìí, kẹ́ fojú síwèé yìí, tí àkókò lè dá kọ́ máa náwó lórí ọmọ kọ́ máa fojú síwèé.
In his words, the State Administrative Officer, Moshood Alao, stated that the initiative is aimed to help parents nurture their children's education with ease. He added that 100 students benefited from the 6 geopolitical zones in the state.
That we appreciated our Baba, Alhaji Abubakar, May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward all of you abundantly. Now, not to waste our time, because this academy has started, supposed to go back to the class. The foundation is out to assist the less privileged. And one of the programs of the foundation is education support. This one started last year, that is for the primary schools. We have other programs on education, those in higher institutions, those that are in need of tuition fees, and some other things like that. The orphans, we do pay their bill. But this one, having realized that there are some pupils in primary school who even lack ordinary writing material. Because of that, at resumption period, that is, some of them will not come to school.
In the similar vein, Zakat and Sadaqat Foundation touched down in Ondo State. No fewer than 40 students across several primary schools in Ondo State have benefited from free distribution of backpacks filled with books, pencils, and erasers in the state.
The program Back to School, which was organized by Zakat and Sadaqat Foundation in Ondo State, was held for the pupils during the reception for this year 2023-2024 academic session, and 100 pupils benefited from the program. They were keenly selected from 20 schools across the state, and that offers the 3 senatorial districts and the 6 geopolitical zones in the state. Though the number is too small for the beneficiary, but whatever we cannot get the whole thing, anything that we get, we should not let it go. That is why we are commending the benefactors. We praise them, we thank them for their effort, and pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to increase them in wealth and prosperity, for them to be able to do more in future. And also praying that others try to join this beneficial program. The aim and objective of the program is to assist the less privileged among the pupils in primary and secondary school, those who could not afford enough writing material, and they are brilliant, they are talented. 100 pupils benefit from the program, and they were given school bags, exercise books, pen, ruler, eraser, other writing materials. So for the academic session, we pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless the pupils for us. They are the future of the country, and they need to be supported so that they will become a good ambassador of the country anywhere they find themselves. And they also be beneficial to others. Some of them have also pledged to do the same thing, to replicate the gesture in future. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easy and accept it as act of ibadah.
Dignitaries lauded the non-profitable charitable organization, describing the foundation's support as an extraordinary gesture that will bring relief to parents and positively impact the well-being of the pupils.
Back to school náà ni pé àwọn ọmọ wa wọ́n wà lọ́lídé wọ́n fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ inú sáà tuntun ẹ̀kọ́ sáà tuntun. So nínú ìpèníjà tó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní àwọn àsìkò yẹn náà ni àti ra ìwé, báàgì, bóyá báàgì ọmọ mi ti gbó àti àwọn writing material. So gba àwọn nǹkan yìí ní a package papọ̀ tí a fún àwọn èèyàn. Nínú nǹkan tá a dẹ̀ fún wọn náà ní gẹ́gẹ́ bá ti sọ fún wa náà ní báàgì, àwọn nǹkan kọ̀wé àti exercise book. So ní Ondo State àwọn ẹbí 40 ni wọ́n fi àǹfààní ètò yìí. Ní Àkúrẹ́ bákan náà àwọn kan náà láti Ìgbáramọ̀kín, àwọn kan láti Ìgbàròkè àti Ọ̀wẹ́nà, bákan náà láti Ìdànrè, àwọn kan náà láti Ọ̀rẹ́ tó fi dé group of school. Then bákan náà ní Òkìtìpupa. So àwọn ọmọ yìí ni wọ́n dùn, àwọn ọmọ náà ni wọ́n dùn láti gbà pé kódà ń bẹnu wọn tó yẹ pẹ̀lú ní òun pé nǹkan tó kàn náà ni wọ́n tẹ̀ bá ṣe tó ṣàdúrà fún oríṣiríṣi bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Bákan náà la dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n dá sí ètò yìí, jẹ́ pé wọ́n fi owó sílẹ̀ tí a fi lọ ra àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí. Àdẹ̀ encourage àwọn èèyàn náà tí a bá ní tọ́nà kùkù wa tánà fẹ́ ran àwọn èèyàn lọ́wọ́ láti rí pé irú ètò yìí ètò ẹ̀ kí a máa dá sí ni. Àwọn tí wọ́n gba àwọn nǹkan yìí náà àbẹ̀rẹ̀ náà bá fún wọn kó bá fi àgbáríkà sí ẹ̀kọ́ wọn. Àwọn ọmọ tó kù náà tí wọ́n rí gbà, torí pé ọmọ tí ó padà sí school lónìí sí wọ́n ti 14. Ọmọ tí ó kù tí wọ́n rí gbà náà àbẹ̀rẹ̀ náà bá fún àgbáríkà ó rán àwọn aláàánú tí ó fi lè dé ọ̀dọ̀ tí wọ́n náà kọ́ náà kó dẹ̀ fi àgbáríkà sí ìjọba tó bá dáwọ́lé. Àwa òbí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn Zakat Foundation
tí wọ́n fún àwọn ọmọ wa ní ìjọba yìí olúwa bùkún yín o ọmọ yín náà ò ní ráre o òkè òkè lọ́wọ́ yín ó máa lọ o ìbùkún olúwa jẹ́ ti yín o ẹ ṣé pọ̀ o ẹ ṣé olúwa ràn yín lọ́wọ́ o.
Students from Ondo and Osun State appreciated Zakat and Sadaqat Foundation for providing essential school needs for them, promising to use it effectively. Zakat and Sadaqat Foundation reiterated their commitment to support parents, the government, and teachers, and most importantly, enhance the academic lives of the younger generation, urging well-to-do individuals to support the foundation.
يا من صليت بكل الأنبياء يا من في قلبك رحمة للناس.
Everybody is going to get his or her own. It's going around. And at the same time, we have this material we are distributing today is not meant for Muslim alone. We are not creating a sort of disparity, religion barrier. We are not creating religion barrier. Zakat and Sadaqat Foundation is meant for all religion, and that is why what we are distributing today is going across Muslims and Christians without any religious barrier. It's part of our core responsibility, because what we are feeling today in the society is touching every individual, and every parent is feeling the pains.
Back to school is aimed at particularly targeting at the less privileged one, so that they will be retained in the school. Because these days, a lot of children are on the street. Why? Because they cannot afford the minimum requirement needed to be in school. And some of these requirements are school bags, exercise book, writing materials, uniform, school sandals, etc. These are the things, particularly in Ogun State, because Ogun State is running almost free education in Ogun State. But all these items are to be gotten by these students themselves. So still, some parents wouldn't have afford to get it. But this particular program is targeted to ensure that some of these parents who are in this category are supported, so that their children can be in school. That's the major aim. And particularly the aim of Zakat and Sadaqat Foundation on this project is to support the educational system of this country at large, because it's not in Ogun State we held it. It was held all over the country.
حياتنا بالإيمان يا من بجمالك علمت الإحسان يا من نورت قلوب
Began, that is for dhikr, remembering Allah.